my breathing. It's so nice, it's like a blanket on my life.
All right, it's the 3-Minute Book Club where we think, I guess these episodes are about just enjoying reading for reading's sake. It's good for your mind, it's good for the longevity of your life, it's good for your thinking. So a little bit less like, hey, if you like a thing, read a book about it. These are books kind of for the sake of books. The last 3 that I've done have been called The Pantheon. My favorite authors, Kurt Vonnegut, John Steinbeck, Barbara Kingsolver, and I've tried to recommend a lot of books through them. This one I'm calling Best of the Rest. And it's going to be a little bit like drinking from a fire hydrant, because I'm going to name a lot of authors who are all pretty prevalent and written, I guess prevalent's not the right word, but have written quite a few books each. So, these are authors that are not quite the pantheon for me. They're best of the rest. Really good authors. And I'm going to talk about a lot of them. It's going to be like drinking from a fire hose. Ready? Here we go. One that I'll mention is Edwidge Danticat. She is from Haiti. She is a novelist from Haiti. And I guess the best of her books to me that I've read is Brother, I'm Dying. I have a Haiti shelf, all books that I've read. I've been to Haiti, have an interest in Haiti, and so I read books about it. And Edwidge Danticat is a novel writer she's Haitian. Her family is Haitian and came to the United States. And not all of her, that Brother, I'm Dying is about that, her family getting roots in the United States. But Claire of the Sea Lights, beautiful book. So best of the rest. The second one I'll mention is Chuck Klostermann. Again, has a shelf here in my house. Chuck, for a time, worked for the Akron Beacon Journal. And while he was there, got to know a local Lutheran that I know, and mentions in his books as someone who helps edits his books. And so I've gotten attracted to him through that. My favorite Chuck Klostermann book is called The 90s. And Klostermann, I don't remember who he writes for now, like Spin he's written for lots of magazines. A lot of his books are sort of essays put together, social commentary. He has a very distinct way of talking, of being. He gives sort of takes on things. And he also writes novels. I think they're a little underrated. I've enjoyed both of them. Downtown Owl and The Visible Man are 2 of his novels. But he writes a lot of common social commentary, pop art, pop culture commentary, has roots in Akron. Chuck Klostermann. Best of the rest, and this is 2 more. It's drinking from a fire hydrant today. T.C. Boyle. T.C. Boyle is a favorite of mine and has written a lot of books. They cover a wide variety of ideas. They're usually 2 different stories sort of woven together. I think the best of those is, it is called Drop City, about sort of a hippie commune and people who live naturally in Alaska. A lot of his books have historical precedent. They're sort of historical fiction. They're set in a time, and they take a lot of license with historical things. The story of Kellogg's and why that got so big was another big one, and I forget the name of that book, but T.C. Boyle has so many books, and most of those are thoroughly enjoyable, and you might want to look into that. And then the last person I'll mention today, warning, this person has been sort of blacklisted for some of his behavior in his personal life, but has been an author that is a favorite of mine, and his name is Neil Gaiman, and he writes a lot of fantasy, and he tends to take sort of fantasy stories from around the world or mythology and turn those into books. He has one book called Norse Mythology that's kind of tells you what Norse mythology is, and that's pretty straightforward. But he has other books. My favorite is American Gods, which has to do with people emigrating to the United States and having their old world gods, and then the American gods that are like television and technology, and they're fighting for people's attention. And it's a novel set with that. There's I think an HBO or something series that's about that too, American Gods, based on the book. So today it's best of the rest, and I'm talking about 4 people: Edwidge Danticat, Chuck Klostermann, Neil Gaiman, and T.C. Boyle. If you can't find a book in all the stuff they wrote, I don't think you're looking hard enough. All right, take it easy.